It's time for 9 at 9.
All right, number 9. Here's one you probably didn't hear about in the history books. One time, Walt Disney kidnapped Richard Nixon. It was an accident, of course. It was 1959. Nixon was at Disneyland with his family. He was vice president at the time, and he was there for the grand opening of the monorail system. Nixon got on the monorail before his Secret Service could get on. The doors accidentally closed. The agents ran after the train and even tried to jump on board. The monorail conductor was terrified, but according to reports, President Nixon got a big kick out of it. Wow.
Huh.
That's a good story.
Well, you don't see the whimsical side of Richard Nixon all that much. You know, people talk about so much. But.
Yeah. All right, number 8, a quick life story. A boy was born in Detroit. He had a dream of becoming a Major League Baseball player. His parents were immigrants from Macedonia. He was getting pretty good at baseball, but then he went off to serve in the U.S. Marine Corps, and when he got home 4 years later, he was offered a minor league contract with the Tigers. But he suffered a bad knee injury, and his father told him he had to get a job, so he got one at Buddy's Pizza Place. He worked hard and ended up buying his own pizza joint. He bought another and another.
And there we go.
Probably had his pizza. He was the founder of Little Caesars Pizza. Mike Ilitch died in 2017. He owned the Detroit Tigers and the Detroit Red Wings and helped out many people in Detroit along the way.
I've never had that pizza.
No, I've never had it either. Is it any good?
Have you?
I don't want to besmirch the good man's memory, so let's just say no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had it. I thought it was fine. I don't have much, you know.
Were you drunk?
Well, I don't have a discerning palate.
Yeah.
Were you drunk?
No, I think I was sober. Yeah.
Okay.
Guy eats bologna cake.
That's true.
It was not bad.
That's true.
It was not bad.
Number 7. You're looking at Russia's lost crown jewels of the imperial family.
Huh?
They were collected during the Romanov dynasty around the time of Peter the Great.
Okay.
Most of the items were owned by the Romanov family and other Russian aristocrats. They eventually became property of the government, which sold them to the highest bidders.
Oh.
Anything that exists today is kept in the Kremlin's top secret diamond fund.
Vladimir Putin's closet.
Yeah, exactly.
The sock drawer.
In case he has to bail out.
Yeah. All right, number 6, Raiders owner Mark Davis was in the news this week, and lots of people were really surprised that this is what the owner of an NFL team looks like. This guy. This man is in his 60s.
Yeah.
A little Lord Fauntleroy haircut.
What in the world?
$500. And the details of his life from an ESPN article are kind of funny. First, he's the son of Al Davis, the eccentric guy who ran the Raiders for almost 40 years. But Mark was coming up in the organization. Al wouldn't let him fly in the team plane because he wanted someone to take over in case the plane crashed, like the president and vice president. Instead, Mark flew Southwest, bought 3 seats, and would lie down once he boarded. Mark still uses a 2003 Nokia phone and drives a 1997 Dodge Caravan. He never married. Out in the Bay Area, he often eats at P.F. Chang's restaurant, where he sits in the same spot, reads the paper, and puts his white fanny pack on the bar.
Wow.
Okay.
In that haircut, Davis travels more than 400 miles from his home in Northern California to Palm Springs just to get a cut at the same barber.
Yeah, it looks great.
That's the least of his eccentricities.
It's like a Bond villain.
He does. He does look like he has an underground lair, Larry, as a matter of fact.
That was interesting. All right, number 5. This place in New Zealand is said to have the longest name in the world. It's 85 characters. I can't even begin to pronounce it.
Wow.
So maybe you guys at home can rewind and stare at the screen for a while and practice for yourselves. It's a hill, and in English, it translates to the place where Tomata, the man with big knees who slid, climbed, and swallowed mountains, known as land eaters, played his flute to his loved ones. Locals call it Tomata Hill.
There you go.
As an outdoor board, that's a lot to read.
Yeah, that's a bit
Especially
much.
when you're driving.
There might have been a misspelling, and we didn't even know it.
And we didn't even know.
Right.
Yeah.
Number 4, a young actress named Eve Hewson is getting a lot of attention lately. She's starring in Behind Her Eyes, one of the most popular shows on Netflix right now. Her dad also happens to be one of the most famous rock stars in the world. Eve Hewson is Bono's daughter. Bono's real name is Paul Hewson. Eve says she once stole her dad's address book to prank call Justin Timberlake. She and her sister called him and asked him random trivia questions from the back of a cereal box. She says Timberlake stayed on the phone and answered all the questions. She calls it one of the best moments of her life.
She looks like her mom.
Wow.
Yeah. And like
That's her mom. I can't tell which one.
I know. I was thinking the same
the one
thing.
on the left in the green dress.
Well, you know.
Bless.
You're welcome. And of course Timberlake's going to answer. Like the phone said Bono.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so
Not random call from teens.
Yeah.
Number 3, we showed some everyday objects or things like that look like faces yesterday, and loyal viewer Elizabeth sent a tweet from Carl Bennett. My kettle has turned into David Grohl. What?
Oh.
Where?
See it.
Oh,
Where? Oh my gosh!
yes.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's
We are
fun.
spending too much time at home. We need to look at that.
Yeah, it's right there.
There it is.
What observational skills to pick that out.
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
Spending too much time at home.
flitting about in your kitchen, doing whatever you're doing.
Wow.
I don't know what I'm looking at over there. All right. Number 2, I'm going to tell you right now, this one is a game changer. It's not a life changer for the man in your life. Birddogs has an entire line of shorts and slacks with built-in underpants.
Oh, come on.
No more bulk. No more sagging.
Yeah, you can say
I don't know
that.
who they're talking to there. No more too snug, tighty whities. They're more like freedom pants, is what I like to call them. The liner is built in, so there's room for you to breathe. Plus, it's one and done.
Yeah.
Less laundry. They've got
Yeah.
some very clever names too, names we can't say on this show. But
Like Free
like
Willy?
seersucker. Check out birddogs.com for more.
What do you guys think? Would you wear those?
I might give them a whirl.
But don't you have to wash the pants then every time you wear them?
That's what I
like you
was
would
thinking.
You
Oh,
don't
wear.
wash your pants every
Depends
time you
on
wear
the
them?
pants.
No.
It depends.
You don't
Jeans,
sweat?
no.
Well, my sweatpants I would
When
wash
I-
every time I wear
Yeah,
them.
But
When I
you don't
work out,
sweat
I
into
sweat.
your underwear and pants?
Oh, what do you think's going on down
Yeah,
there?
what do you think we're doing?
You think that thing is working out on its own?
I
What do you
guess
think
you're
it's
not.
doing?
I guess you're not premenopausal. I forgot. You guys don't
What
get
kind of tricks
menopause.
you think that thing is capable of?
Yeah.
But no.
Hey, we didn't tell you to be a woman. You did that on your own.
Yeah.
No, well, not on my own.
Number 1, this is something we've been talking about this week, and it's seemed to have an impact on viewers.
Oh,
Come on, Larry.
Oh, God.
To the sky that I can't.
You can.
I can't. I wish I could see.
And now,
folks see
the backstory.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
That's English ventriloquist Keith Harris and his pal Orville. He had a show in the UK that was big for most of the 80s, but Keith's life wasn't as glamorous as it looks.
Really?
Yeah.
He was the child of variety show performers, and from age 9, Harris appeared on his father Norman's knee as a dummy in his ventriloquist act. On top of that, Harris had some learning issues, and he claims that cost him millions of dollars because he couldn't read contracts properly.
bummer.
After his show went off the air, he had 3 failed marriages and a bit of a drinking problem.
All been there.
Thankfully, he got together and renewed a TV career late in life before he died in 2015. We don't want to leave you on this downer, so
Please don't.
That's a great number 1.
here's another British ventriloquist act that is amazing. It's Alan and Jimmy.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, tailors and tailbirds, a big hand please for Alan and
Guy looks
Jimmy.
like British John Panette.
Yeah.
Hello, boys and girls. Hello. My name is Alan, and this is my good friend Jimmy. Now, say hello to the boys and girls, Jimmy.
Oh, no. Did he get stuck?
Are you feeling slightly inhibited? Oh! Get your head on, for goodness sake. Right, pull yourself together. Right, yes, no, yes, right.
They're horrified.
Tell us a few jokes, all right? So you'll appreciate these. They're very good. Right, off you go. Hello, doctor. Doctor. I feel like a pair of curtains. Well, pull yourself together. Pull yourself. Never mind. Right. Yeah, no, doctor. I think I'm invisible. Yeah. Who said that? Who said that? Right. Doctor.
Is this a prank for the kids?
Yeah, I
I'm
think so.
being ignored. Next.
Yeah, they had no idea. He's a comedian.
Yeah, you got it. That's it. Good. Yeah. Would you run round and tell all the others? Yes. Jimmy is going to recite the alphabet, and I'm going to drink a glass of water. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not. Yeah. Oh, yes, you are. Right. A, B, C, O, E, F, G. Oh, God. How far have you got? Right, 1, 2, very good, David. Very good. Yes, very good. Very good. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's it. Fine. Right, we'll be going in.
That was awful.
I really hope my mom's not watching. She's often wonder, what do we do here?
Oh boy, we've lost him.
That's good stuff there. That's a good on.
Idiots. That's the 9 at 9.
Today we'll get up to about